Alexander Volkanovski is sparing no effort in preparation for his upcoming fight against Islam Makhachev at UFC 284. The Australian UFC 145-pound champion most recently poked fun at Makhachev with a deadpan humor video. Volkanovski will officially step up in weight to face the newly crowned 155-pound champion Islam Makhachev and attempt to become a double champion at UFC 284. In a recent video from one of the training sessions, the 34-year-old jokingly pointed out that his left knee resembles Islam Makhachev. He captioned the video, "Yo Islam, your belt's got my name on it and my knee's got your face on it." Michael Bisping claims a win over Michael Chandler could fast-track Conor McGregor to title shot. The Notorious is currently rehabilitating a leg injury, but is expected to return to competition within the next 6 months, possibly at welterweight. But many pundits think McGregor is better suited at lightweight, with odds makers opening the Irishman as the favorite in a potential 155-pound matchup with underdog Michael Chandler. If that fight got made and McGregor won via knockout, Bisping thinks his next matchup would be for the lightweight championship, no questions asked. Conor's got all the money in the world, but he wants that title, so you've got to respect that about him. Bisping said on his YouTube channel, "Take a look.
He's got all the money in the world, but he wants that. So you have to respect that about him. And coming back against Michael Chandler, if he gets the job done, well, it wouldn't be crazy to think about a title fight next. It really wouldn't. Chandler's still one of the top dogs. If he beats him, if he connects, if he gets a knockout, my God, he's in a title fight next, and that is what Conor wants."
Israel Adesanya and Glover Teixeira acknowledged the ongoing rivalry between Poatan and Stylebender. Despite Alex Pereira winning all 3 of his bouts against Israel Adesanya, the rivalry is still very much alive, according to the former UFC middleweight champion. Adesanya uploaded a video to his YouTube channel, which saw an interaction between himself and former UFC light heavyweight champion Glover Teixeira, who also happens to be Pereira's coach. Although it was a respectful and friendly encounter, Izzy made it known that he still considers it war.
Oh, yo, what's up, big dog? Congrats. How you doing? Congrats. You too, shit, man. Of course. It's still a war. No. Like, it's still a war, but always respect. Always respect. Likewise, man. And I love your story coming. Visa issues, all that kind of shit coming through. So congrats. Easy. See you next time.
Hey, after this, man, you know, like how much money you guys making?
Oh, no, wait. Like I said, it's still war. We're not done. It's still war. It's still war. You already know. It's always respect, but it's still war.
There's always a war with you. He's always like, hey, man.
So let's go.
Israel Adesanya's coach, Eugene Bareman, is quietly confident ahead of a rematch with Alex Pereira. At UFC 281, Poatan made a statement and ended the long middleweight title reign of the last Stylebender. Trailing on the scorecards heading into the 5th and final round, the Brazilian unleashed an unreal combination to get the stoppage victory. While Adesanya protested the stoppage, it was too late. Barring a possible date with Khamzat Chimaev, Alex Pereira is once again expected to face Israel Adesanya next. Whenever the fight happens, expect coach Eugene Bareman to be confident, as he explained in an interview with Submission Radio. The famed coach stated that he and Adesanya feel ready for the second clash. In Bareman's view, they only need to change a few things before the rematch. The reason was that Adesanya was cleanly winning until the 5th round stoppage.
We're quietly confident. I mean, you got to understand, we were winning that fight relatively comfortably. We thought we were taking the rounds.
Khabib Nurmagomedov reveals he's coaching son to follow his footsteps. It looks like UFC legend Khabib Nurmagomedov's son has a future in combat sports. In a recent interview with Red Corner MMA at Eagle FC 51, the Eagle revealed that his son has been training in wrestling and gymnastics since he was 3.5 years old. He already trains in Makhachev. He started earlier than I did, at 3.5 years of age. Khabib said, "Take a look."
Да, я начал ходить на карате, потому что у нас дома был зал, ну, поселение, где мы жили. А мой сын уже, да, тренируется, он занимается гимнастикой. У него очень хороший тренер, кому я доверяю. Махачкале, да, он уже тренируется. Он чуть-чуть раньше меня пошел, он 3,5 пошел.
Вы смотрели, кто его борьбе будет учить? И будет ли он борьбой заниматься?
А у вас есть лучший кандидат, чем я?
Просто было интересно, кто это будет.
А сам буду учить.
Можно вот вопрос?
Seeing Islam Makhachev's immense success under the tutelage of the Eagle, it is only fair to assume that Nurmagomedov's son will also have a great chance to enjoy similar success if he decides to pursue mixed martial arts glory. Now, it's time for our take. Is the combat sports judging system rigged to favor promoters? This topic has gained some relevance since UFC 282, where the two biggest fights of the night left the whole world in shock and in doubt of the whole judging system. For example, Ariel Helwani had this to say about the topic.
Here's the issue, and it once again was put in the spotlight this weekend. On Friday night, on Friday night, I'm watching Danny Sabatello versus Rafion Stotts. Rafion Stotts won that fight 48-47. I didn't see a lot of other people disagree, except for one. His name is Douglas Crosby. This guy should not be judging fights. He has too many conflicts. What he does time and again, I believe, this is my belief, this is not now something that I have evidence, but this is my belief based on enough of his scorecards that I think he wants to be in such good graces with the promoters, because I know he loves Dana White, and I know he tries to curry favor with him. He tries to score fights based on what he thinks the promoter wants. So he scores it for Danny Sabatello because he thinks that that's the guy that they want. He scores it for Paddy Pimblett. Now, we should also say the two other judges scored it for Paddy as well. So he's not the only guy at fault. But I cannot believe in a time where our sport is being questioned, our integrity is being questioned, you're now going to fly and do a major UFC event? Time out. There are enough judges to do this where you could sit this one out. And then he has another suspect. When is this going to stop? As I've said time and again, these judges need to answer for these things. They don't. They need to be questioned. They are not. They need to be put in timeout. They are not. To get these dinosaurs who have conflicts and friendships and rivalries and enemies with fighters, active fighters, out of the sport. I don't believe that the UFC fixed that fight. I don't believe that. But I think that he's sitting there thinking, let me score this for Paddy because I want Dana White to like me. That's what I think is happening.
Ariel Helwani claims some judges have conflicts of interest and personal issues with fighters, and that there is no clear accountability nor consequences for their poor judgment of a fight. This issue even goes beyond the UFC. It affects other mixed martial arts promotions like Bellator and ONE, as well as other combat sports like boxing. We believe commissions need to take immediate action and pay more attention before these flagrant blunders destroy the credibility of the sport we love and the UFC. Are there any continuing training requirements? We did some research, and for you to be a judge, you just need to possess adequate knowledge to recognize and describe various holds, throws, takedowns, and submission techniques. And you must be able to present instructional material to a wide range of individuals with varying educational backgrounds. What do you think about mixed martial arts judging system? Do you think judges curry favors to promoters? Are they doing a good job, or is Ariel Helwani right? Let us know in the comments below. And thank you for listening to another edition of Our Take. Bobby Green claims Islam Makhachev and Dagestanis were bred for success with drugs. UFC lightweight veteran Bobby Green has suggested that former opponent Islam Makhachev and the other Dagestanis in the promotion were bred for their success through the early use of performance-enhancing drugs. When asked about Makhachev's victory over Charles Oliveira, Green highlighted a video he'd seen on YouTube, during which he claims the Dagestani mentioned him and his peers being handed vitamins while training at a young age in Russia. Take a listen.
Fucking around on my YouTube, right? And I found this little video, and it said Islam had a little trouble with drugs, but I don't see people talking about him. And so he was saying when he first came over that his school that he trained at in Russia, they just gave him vitamins, you know? They've been doing this since who knows when you start training. Imagine if you gave someone steroids from the age of 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, how strong you would be. People are like he was really strong. It makes sense now.
What do you make of Bobby Green's sizable accusation against Islam Makhachev and the other fighters making up Dagestan's presence in the UFC? That's all for today's video. If you want to know the latest UFC news, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and click the like button so you don't miss any details about the upcoming fights. Thanks for watching. See you soon.